Okay, in this part, I will talk about the business case that I choose in part one of the evidence. And okay, in this video, I tell about the completely story about that company. That company that I choose, it's Cemex. And while I talk to you and presented that, obviously, how I said that history and the how the reason who Cemex has the success that have actually and how to do the success at Cemex. Okay, then start with a little background. Okay, Cemex it's a Mexican company that it's dedicated to providing construction materials. Cemex it's a company that have so many years in the market, and for that time there was a lot of reputation in the market, and it has a good reputation. And just how I say for this time, Cemex has so many years in the market. It not has a new business. And well, Cemex in this time has a lot of demands on the market in Mexico, and it was still so good, and then decided to internationalize. This is the background that you need to know before to present it this case. Okay, and then next with the strategy. The strategy that Cemex followed to internationalize in the market, it was that she started to acquire small acquisitions, like small business, and in different part of the Mexico or others in US. And there's a one good strategy to apply this because they start to grow with a little companies, but it was to to Cemex. It's by Cemex, but it was a little companies, and when they started to apply this strategy, and the company obviously have a global expansion, and these little companies they transform and convert in a plan of production Cemex. And well, they start to distribution centers in Mexico, in US, and they start to be more connected with other part of the world. And one of the factors who beneficiary Mexico into expand of CEMEC was that TEMEC, this expansion started in 90s, and TEMEC was signed in 1995. I don't remember exactly, but I think it's the most closer dates. I don't remember exactly, but they started signed this treaty in 90 in the decades 90s, how I said, and this expansion started in 90s or finals 80s. And the Mexico and Canada and US signed the NEFTA, or yes, NEFTA in English, or TEMEC in Spanish. And this treaty helps to Mexico to Cemex enter for for gain market, and it could be a lot of benefits about this trade. One, it what's easier to Mexico to enter to US because all the points that touch in this treaty it's to benefit these three economies. And obviously in the treaty they have a little points. I don't learn all the treaty, and I don't want to learn about all, and I can exactly that specific points, but they has a points that beneficiate that US and Mexico and Canada. And obviously for the economy of the country, the economy of country has a lot of benefits with that. So many companies start to internationalize or saw the example of Cemex and start to do the same. Yes, it could be a lot of benefits. And if Cemex doesn't have international side, maybe Cemex it was not a big monster in companies that there is actually. And yes, they think was the a lot of the case that I presented, it was to a super resume because it's a very large case and it has a lot of points I need to touch. But I think with this video I cover the general points I need to talk, and well, it's all.